Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this particular video, I will explain the problem palindrome string. Starting right away from the problem statement, so quite simple and straightforward. It says that you are given a string S and you have to check if it is a palindrome or not. First of all, let me start with what exactly is a palindrome. So I'm going to use an example in order to explain. Let's say I have a string LEVEL. There is something special about this particular string. Doesn't matter whether you read this string from left to right or right to left, the string is going to read same. And guys, such a string is known as a palindrome or a palindromic string. There are other examples possible, like I can have a string POP, this is again a palindromic string, or I can have a string race car, this is again a possible palindrome string, right? There are multiple strings possible like these. Okay, now so far we have seen one thing, that a palindromic string is a string which reads same from backwards as forwards. But there is one more way of looking into a palindrome. First of all, let me write the reverse of this particular string. So the reverse is, I have to start from backward direction. So I will have L first, then E, then V, then E, then L, right? This is the reverse of this particular string. And you can see that the reverse of the string is equal to the string itself. So this is another way of looking into a palindrome. I can say that a palindrome or a palindromic string is a string whose reverse is equal to the string itself. Now guys, this is about palindrome. Coming back to the problem again, so we have one example here. And for this example, we have to determine whether it's a palindrome or not. So what I can do is, I can use a similar idea. I can simply write the reverse of this particular string, and if the reverse is equal to the original string, then I can say that it's a palindrome, right? So I have A, B, B, A. What is the reverse of this particular string? I have A, then B, then B, then A, right? So this is the reverse of this particular string, and you can see that the reverse of the string is equal to the string itself, right? So guys, this is a palindromic string, and whenever we have a palindromic string, so we are going to return 1 as the output. Now so far we have seen only the examples which are a palindrome, right? Let me take one example which is not the example of a palindromic string. So let's say I have S equals to man. For this particular string guys, if I write the reverse, then I will have NAM, and you can see that the reverse of the string is not equal to the original string. So it's not a palindromic string. In that case, the output is going to be 0. Now guys, I hope you have understood the problem well. So let's talk about the solution now. Okay, so first of all, let me write an example guys so that I can explain you the approach. Let's say I have a string ABCDA. Let me name it str. So this is a string that we have guys, and we have to determine whether this string is a palindrome, right? The first approach that comes to my mind is quite similar to this one. Like we can write the reverse of the string, and then we can simply compare the reverse with the original string. If they both are equal, then I can say that the given string is a palindrome, right? Okay, so guys, first of all, let me write the reverse here. So for this string, the reverse of the string is AD, then CBA. This is the reverse that we have. Now all we need to do is, we need to compare these two strings. How we compare? So in programming guys, we need a pointer to point to every character of each string. Once we can point to characters of these strings, then we can simply compare these two characters, right? So let me name it I pointer and let me name it j pointer. And now guys, all we need to do is, we need to move these pointer over the strings, and then we can simply compare the characters at pointers, right? So what we can do is, we can start a loop, and this loop is going to check out every character of each string, right? So while my I is smaller than n and my j is smaller than n, right? This is going to iterate over every character of the strings, and at any point, if str of I is not equal to a reverse of j, in that particular case, I can simply say that strings are not equal, so I can return 0 guys. This is what we can do. And if this condition is not true, then I can simply do I plus plus and j plus plus. This is how we can compare these two strings. And let's say this loop is completed and this condition was never true, right? So I can simply return 1 as the output. Now guys, this is all we need to do. This is how we can compare these two strings, right? But still, we have not figured out how we compare the string, how we reverse the given string, right? If we have this string, then first we need to reverse the string, right? But we don't need to reverse the string, guys. There is very interesting observation that we can make. See, reverse is nothing but there's string from the back, right? So what I can do is I can start traversing the string from the back only instead of writing the reverse, right? So let me remove this. First of all, I'm going to remove this and then I'm going to write the same string. So I have string str, right? And what is the string? I have a b c d a. This is the same string. So I can now start my pointer from the last position and then I can move towards the left of the string, right? And this is how I can check any character in reverse order. So I need to check change the condition as well. So here what I'm doing is uh, I'm moving till my j is greater than equal to 0, right? And guys, here I need to do j minus minus because I'm moving in the left direction, right? This is how we can check out every character or the reverse of str, right? Now guys, see, we have the same string twice. What I can do is I can simply remove this particular string and then I can traverse the same string only, so I can have my pointer here. And now my task is almost done, guys. Now I just want you to notice one more problem that we have with this particular approach. See guys, initially I is equal to 0 and j is equal to 4, right? After this my I increases and j decreases, so I becomes equal to 1 and j becomes equal to 3. Then I becomes equal to 2 and j becomes equal to 2, right? So guys, this is how I'm moving. After this this is the point where they both meet, right? I and j meet. After this my I becomes equal to 3 and j becomes equal to 1. Doesn't matter which pointer is pointing to this place and which pointer is pointing to this place, but I'm comparing the same set of characters again, right? We have already compared when I was 1 and j was 3. Then we have already compared these two characters. So why we are comparing these two characters again? This is the question. So we have to avoid comparing these two characters. The moment these two pointer I and j meet, we have to stop at that particular point. So what I'll do is I'll simply change the condition here. I'll simply write while my I is smaller than j, I have to move, and the point where I becomes equal to j, I have to stop, right? So guys, this is the observation that we can make. And once you have written this, your task is done, guys. This is the code that we need to write in order to solve the problem. So now see, we have to initialize I and j. I is basically equal to 0 initially and j is equal to n minus 1, right? This is the last position, so I have j equals to n minus 1. So now guys, this is the code that we need to write in order to solve the problem. What is the time complexity? Time complexity is not more than O of n, because you can see here we are traversing not more than the string, right? We have only O of like n character that we are moving through. So this is about the time complexity. What about the space complexity? Space complexity is O of 1 because we are not using any extra space here. So guys, this is all about this video. I hope everything related to this particular problem is clear to you. So thank you.